Hello, my name is Carx82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Managed to go find a dead bush. It wasn't that far away. I think it was about 1,000 blocks. I got to like a desert type biome and got a dead bush for this line of bees. Now, I realized right after I left, I'm like, I didn't really need to actually do that. What I could have done is just replaced the dead bush trait with like a flower or something like that. Um, and I will probably end up doing that with the bees that I decide I want to use for resources. These are all like the flower types. I kind of have them in a row. Cobblestone is even one for the rocky bees. But one of the little issues I've run into, I have crafted up a desert upgrade finally. I've started crafting these up. We have the liquid DNA we need now, so I can start crafting those up. And the Baron princess that we got it has a fertility of 1. So that's causing a bit of an issue. I can't use that to get more drones. So what I'm going to do is actually replace that with fertility 4, and that should help me. Also, the Rocky Bee, which we got for the first time from the hives, has all of these. So works during the daytime, works during the nighttime, it works during the rain, and it can work in a cave. So I want to get all those traits on here. We do have cave dwelling, but I don't have the rest. But again, I can't produce drones because it is only a 1. So I think I'm going to start with that. I'm going to go ahead and put this template in here and throw the princess in. And I'll even throw the drone in so they both have what I want. That way you don't get multiple different types of drones when you breed it. Because if I have like fertility 1 and fertility 4, we're going to produce a whole bunch of random drones. So I think it's better to do both. Now, I don't think this one can get the genetic waste. Don't remember, though. No. And it kept pristine. Also, the Mutatron doesn't always turn pristine into ignoble. It's just a chance. I don't know what the chance is. It doesn't say. But when I bred the Baron from a common and an arid, I kept the pristine, whereas the first time I did it, I got ignoble. And if you try to do the ignoble in here, then there's a pretty good chance it is going to fail. All right, so did those. Now it has a 4, has fastest pollination, and it already had the cave dwelling. But now I can do this in here. Actually gonna do that. Also, I got rid of the conduits. I realized there's an auto output, so I don't need to. So yeah, there is the 4. So dentistry, very OP. Oh, too hot. How did it? Well, 1, I've never heard it do that noise before. And 2, how did it start and then it decided it didn't want to do that? Oh, I need to do cooler. That's weird. I've never seen it start running and then decide it was too hot. Alright, what's going on here? This is weird. What? What was that? That was weird. Was it not getting enough power? That was very strange. Oh, wait. Just kidding. I put a desert upgrade in, not the automation upgrade. Just ignore me. I was like, that's weird. I've never seen it just randomly start doing that midway. Well, yeah, because I messed that up. Alright. Just derp number 888 today. Alright, there we go. So, automation upgrade, desert upgrade, they look similar. Just keep that in mind. I'm probably going to need it for the Baron. But again, if I can find the both two, and I'll have to look it up. Unless it says somewhere, like, they might say, like, oh, this one is good for, like, this one is good for fastest production, and blooming is good for fastest pollination. I just don't know. There might be a both two somewhere. It's easier just to kind of, like, Google it really quick. But, alright, so I'm going to use these rocky drones to get some... Oh, there we go. There is day night. We even got a quest for that. So, that I'm going to put on our thing. That's kind of funny. I actually added Fertility 4 to the Rocky Bee, but now I actually got the sample from it. Alright, we already have that as well. So what else did I need? I needed, like, rain something, something. Alright, that should probably enough for that. Let me do this one. Yeah, that's fine. And this one. And that will let me get the drones for this. Now, the Baron... is Desolate, and Desolate, I have a feeling, is probably similar. It probably only gives one, but that's fine. We'll just throw it through here. These genetic labeler just use some diamond, steel, and glass. So, not really that big of a problem. The species, you can always keep the species if you want. Instead of like holding on to the drones, you could always hold on to the species, and then if you ever need them, you can create them again. But I don't know, I like having all the things. Now, that can actually be kind of cool. The effect none. I may actually put none on our template, actually. You could do better, like regen or anything, but I think I'm actually just going to put none on there. So if we ever get a bee that has an annoying, like, stab you to death traits, we can always just erase that with that. So, yeah, basically this genetic template is just producing... it's just producing, like, the perfect sort of bee. I'll probably have two of them. One for these, and then one for a thing of 1. Fertility of 1, which will be used for our production bees. Because that way we don't have to avoid all these millions of drones that we'll be getting. Alright, so let me continue this. Desolate, Decaying, Lutetium. Hello. Looking forward to that. And then eventually Neutronium is down there. So we're about 5 bees. 5-6 bees from Neutronium, which is the Advanced Mutatron. Okay, we are back, and I have finally gotten the Lutetium, Queen, and we actually ended up keeping it pristine, which is awesome. I'm going to throw it through there, and so it erases all the annoying traits. I didn't even look at it, so I don't know. It's actually not too bad. It's normal. Sometimes, you know, it's like, can't work during the day, so it is a pain. By the way, though, the genetic imprinter, if it's ignoble, you can get genetic waste. So, make sure you have drones of whatever you want before you throw it through here. You have ignoble. But, there we go. That one was fine. Throw that in there. And I have been working on the traits. I'm up to 12 out of 13, which I'm not going to throw a species on there, because that would kind of ruin the thing. But I don't have the best of everything yet, because I don't have all the bees unlocked that I would need to get all the best traits. Let me just do this. Look at that, 65 combs right there. And that is because we have some pretty good traits on that. Now, I do need to get this. All right, so that's purebred. Yeah, the fast production, which is not even the best. I want to get faster. So I think what I'm going to do is just figuring out which one I want to. I'm going to throw it back through here, and hopefully we don't doesn't screw anything up. But I'm hoping that if I throw the drone and the queen, which it should, the princess through, it'll get us like pure. But all right, so that is our lutetium. Obviously, the americium is next. Now, there are a few bees, and luckily it's no. All right, so there we go. So pristine can turn into genetic waste. I thought it was going to turn into ignoble, but it's probably like a small chance. Not the end of the world. We have a thorium princess, which has a chance of, or you mix that with decayed to get a lutetium. So we're okay there. I have 30 drones there. If I need to make another one, I have, 19 decayed there. So I am not worried at all about that. But I may actually throw one of these through. Now, yes, I've thrown this through the thing before. This is just a little bit better, but I'm just thinking how I want to do this. Would it be easier just to try to do that? But we'll do there. Also, I believe the shortest lifestyle does the progress. It's even shorter. I think you can get it down to like 5 seconds. At this point, no. So I'm going to try this. I mean, we have 2 more lutetium drones to get this set, but alright. I do want to... Yeah, there we go. So, I'm not worried about it. We'll get it. Lutetium combs, we can get tons of... I mean, we're getting 16... Oh, it's a 1-to-1. I'm just realizing it. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1. So we got, what, 64 combs? So we can get 64 from, like, in 9 seconds on this thing. I mean, it is... These bees can get, like, super crazy. Let me finish this one. Oh, what I was saying is there are some bees, and thankfully it does say on the bee, but if you look at the jubilants, will only be produced in the mega apiary. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to, like, search that. But there is, like, that one. I think, like, cosmic neutronium is one. Will only be producing, yeah. Infinity. There's not many, but there are definitely some bees that require the mega apiary. And I kind of get it. It's so you can't, like, cheese it with a single block. You need to actually spend lots of resources getting it up and running. But we're almost at neutronium. But I am going to want to figure out how I am going to process all these combs. I remember, like, way back in the day, you basically mixed them with, like, UU matter, but it looks like that's been changed to a little bit more complicated, which, to be honest, is pretty fair. Okay, so a couple things. I was kind of looking at my PBI setup because I am actually producing somewhere in here, I don't remember, talic acid somewhere. There it is. We are producing talic acid over here. But as I was, like, looking at this, I set this up a long time ago, and I'm not, like, I don't love it underneath here the way I've done a lot of this stuff with export buses and crafting things, and I don't know. I don't love it under here. So I think, and then the conduits and stuff. I think I'm gonna redo this setup, and when I do that, I'm gonna do probably our... I keep forgetting where it is. Yeah, I'll probably send this to a tank, so we'll have, like, a big buffer of it. And then when I do that, we will be able to start processing some of these combs. I'm just thinking, I'm like, we're probably gonna need a whole bunch of it, so I'm gonna have to speed this up. But yeah, I don't love this setup, and plus I need to get it going again because we are starting to get low on PBI. But that is not the priority right this second. I'll probably do it soon though. I am just continuing with the bees. I'm trying to get Americium and Neutronium, and I kind of ran into a bit of an issue here, actually. The Chrome and Lutetium is the Americium, and it's actually even in here. Chrome Drone and Lutetium Princess. I did try with those. It does not let me put that in. I can't put this other drone in. I can put it in there, but I can't put them together. So I'm actually kind of wondering, are the ones that require the Mega Apiary, so the Americium, yeah, is that going to require, do I have to do that manually? Is that like blacklisted? I am kind of curious if like the other ones that are blacklisted, Cosmic Neutronium, I wonder if that is also, I may actually just test that just to see if it is also blacklisted from the Mutatron. I was curious if like that was the thing, because it clearly shows that as a recipe, but you can't put it in there. So I'm gonna try to do it in here. Now, I did have a Lutetium Princess and it switched. Let me just double check. All right, so we have all the things. We should be good. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of frames in because this is like a 1% chance or something like that, isn't it? Now I'm fully expecting, yeah, it's a 1% chance. Ooh, I need Americium as the thing as well. Now, the only... I'm assuming... I mean, I haven't actually tried this. Should probably try it before I waste... Not that it's like a big, but I'm assuming that would be where we put the block. I think. I actually don't know, though. I was thinking 4 mutagenic frames for a 1% chance. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I do need to get Americium. I totally forgot about getting a block, because I figured I would just do it in here. So, alright, let me get the Americium block, and then we will, let me test this one too. I want to see if this is also blacklisted from the Mutatron. I'm assuming, oh, actually, yeah, look at that. It doesn't even have the Mutatron as a thing. Like, the Americium one does. There's the Mutatron recipe, but the Cosmic Neutronium one doesn't. Interesting. What about, like, Infinity? Yeah, Infinity doesn't show either. Infinity Catalyst does. But this does say Mega Apiary. Alright, I'm going to try this one and see if it actually is blacklisted. Okay, I tested this one out. Because this requires a Mega Apiary, and there is a Mutatron recipe, and it did work. Two, not sure why the Americium one isn't working. There is no other Chrome, there is no other Lutetium. If I do uses on this, it shows up right there, so... yeah, don't really know. But let's try this out. Hopefully this will work, and if it doesn't, I have tons of drones that we can... fix it. So I think that is the one. I think it's the center block that determines what biome it is in, which also causes issues with the World Accelerator, because the GregTech World Accelerators need to be next to the block, and you can't get next to the block when it's on the inside. So I'm assuming that is where the Americium goes. So should we just throw this in here? See what happens? See, they go together there, so yeah, I really don't know. It takes I think 20 seconds or something like that to tick over to the frame. And then, yeah, we'll see it take damage. And then it should pop out. Especially with like 4. I'm assuming we're 100% going to get an ignoble. We are producing combs, but there it goes. Ooh, it just used up. Well, that was unexpected. It used up the frame. Alright, fortunately, I don't know if that's going to work. I'm not sitting here all day waiting for that. Alright, so I did break this stuff down because I was like, oh, I'm not going to use this anymore. Let's here, I'll just throw it here. And we'll just put it back, I guess. Yeah, it's really weird that it just doesn't work. I don't know. Like, am I missing something? I don't know. Right, tick accelerator. Need a lever. And then I need the apiary. Let's just try to clean up everything. And this had to go and not work like I thought it was going to. Alright, there we go. It's on. Put the frames in. I'll even do another one. We have plenty. Alright, there we go. There is Ooh, we got Lutetium. We did get an Americium, but we only got 1. And that was with 3 of these, actually. Alright, so I'm gonna try to... Yeah, we got Ignoble. Get this purebred with Americium. That has Americium. That's Americium. Hopefully this will work. We shall see. And we are back. Managed to get the Americium relatively pain-free. But I did try to send the Ignoble through here, and we got genetic waste, unfortunately. But since it was Ignoble, I waited until I had some drones so I could craft up a new pristine, and that is right there. So that is the new one. Now I also got the Nequadria, which is plutonium and iridium, I believe. Yep. So we got that one, and that is also pristine. And now I'm gonna go for neutronium. Okay. And we should be good. I don't know why we wouldn't be okay. It is a pristine, so if anything, we should get ignoble. But I do think... I'm trying to remember. I think I did actually... Maybe it was this one. I think I did put a pristine in and got genetic waste. I don't remember if it was the imprinter or the Mutatron, actually. But I do know I did get genetic waste from a pristine. I just don't remember which one it was. But, yeah, hopefully this is neutronium. Now, if it's not, we can always try again with that, but it should be, yeah. All right. And it stayed pristine. Awesome. So since it's pristine, I'm going to throw it in here to get better stats. I don't think we're going to get genetic waste, but watch, we probably will. I could always try again with the this Nequadria. And then we'll just use a Americium drone. So I definitely... there is a risk, but we're not completely like screwed if it doesn't work. Alright, there we go. So Neutronium Queen. It should work. Did it? Ah, hellish. Alright, I was thinking... I thought both 2... Oh! No. I think I think both 3 is the best for temperature, both 2 is the best for humidity. I think that's what it is. If you do both 3, you'll be able to do hellish in a normal biome. I didn't get that one yet, though. I have both 2 for both. Alright, but there we go. Bunch of neutronium, and there are neutronium combs. Awesome, that didn't even really need anything super... Oh, it's just a regular comb. It's not even like a specialty comb. Didn't realize that. Alright, so I'm gonna craft up this now. I do need to get these again. I'm probably gonna craft up 2 of those, actually. One for the Advanced Mutatron, and then one for using, but... yeah, so... protein, replicator, and transposer. We don't have those. And I would like them, just in case. Okay, we are back, and I am just crafting up the last of our Nequadria that we need. The Nequadria quintuple something plates. I don't have a thing for a 1 or a 5, because I've never actually needed quintuple before. This is like the first... I think this is the first item I've ever used that does quintuple plates with the Europium and the Nequadria. Oh no. What is it? What did I do wrong? Oh, I switched those. There we go. Alright. I got a little nervous there. So, not too terrible. Unfortunately, I am pretty short on osmium with all those gears and stuff, so I'm going to have to sort that out. I just barely had enough for all the osmium gears. Quite a lot. And then the things required small gears, and then the robot arms required it, and then the different parts. But I will get that sorted. I'm probably going to get my... I want to get my miner running up and running again. I don't have it running. But, alright, so there is the advanced one. Alright, let me just claim all these. Lots of coins. We got some bags and here. Unfortunately, I did lose some... oops. I did lose some mutagen that was in it, but it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so there we go. There is that. And now, if we want to make a thing, we can actually just select it. And I'm going to do, I think it was platinum and... like, I could even do osmium. I have it. What was the... oh, it might have been iridium. I want the space one. Heroic and industrious. Okay, I was totally wrong. Heroic and industrious. Now, this is a noble, so it may not work, but I figure let's just try it. Now that we have heroic, industrious, and there we go. It shows you what you can possibly get. Now, if I put like I don't know, like I don't really have one. Like a modest and a... that or something like that, it might show like multiple. I don't really know off the top of my hand. No, that's just common. But there are some that definitely have like multiple options. But let's try this. I don't know if... I don't know if it has the same chance of not working, but there we go. We got our Space Queen. I'm going to, like usual, get... it probably needs winter. I'm just guessing. The winter one didn't work? All right. I don't want to put it through the... I don't want to put it through the lab thing because we might lose it with the ignoble. That's what I was trying to say. But, all right, there we go. We got our full Advanced Mutatron, which makes the space stuff much, much easier. And I'm going to work on just a few more. Because I do want to start getting like the moon, and then you go up the thing, moon, Mars, and then Jupiter, Saturn. And if you look at the requirements, it says requires the dimension, but if you do it in the advanced thing, you don't actually have to go to the dimension. So that is pretty awesome. All right, so I got a few things I need to do, and then we will start working on upgrading our reactor, I think, is the fusion reactor, not these reactors. I think the fusion reactor is the next thing I'm going to start working on upgrading. I could probably even turn this off now. I have 14,000 buckets of helium plasma. But yeah, I need to get this upgraded. And yeah, these are just about to start. These are just finishing up all these. So we're going to get a whole bunch of lutetium again. But I think we need more. So that is another thing I need to work on. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.